What is going on, everyone? Hope all of you are doing well. Welcome to day 30 of my Halloween Horror 3. And for day 30, I'm actually going to be reviewing a classic. This is a movie that by now I'm sure everyone has seen. And for those who haven't, definitely give this movie a watch. This movie, yeah, it'll probably still terrify you. I think this film definitely holds up to this day. Um, Such a classic, so many iconic scenes, and that is none other than The Exorcist. I have yet to see any of the other Exorcist films, some of the sequels and prequels and things like that. But you have a young girl, Reagan, I believe is her name. She ends up getting sick and then ends up being possessed by a demon. Her mom at first doesn't know what exactly is going on, and then she confides into, the priests to help her out, which, of course they do, and just things start to really hit the fan. That iconic, vomiting scene, the iconic head twisting around scene, the really creepy walking down the stairs, just so many different things and very terrifying and creepy in its own way. And the story is really interesting because you have, this young girl who's just innocent, normal child getting possessed by a demon and wreaking really some havoc in this isolated location, which is just absolutely terrifying in any way. The performances from everybody, considering this movie came out in the 70s, I think is great. And I think, to some extent, it still holds up. Acting, if you look at movies that came out in different periods of time, the acting can be a hit or can be a miss, but you also have to, kind of give them credit because at that time, acting may have been different. Hollywood and the studios were all different. So compared to back then to now, it's going to be a completely different thing. But from what everybody has done in this movie, I think does a fantastic job. I think everybody's performance, the chemistry, it really makes you believe that this is actually going on. And the performance by Linda Blair, is it Linda Blair? I really would hate yeah, Linda Blair. Really hate to get that confused with somebody else. Linda Blair, at the time, being such a very young actress, I think she killed it. The ball out of the park type of thing. I feel like, there are going to be child actors when it comes to to a specific movie where their performance is really going to outshine. A film like that, I can relate, or not, I can relate. A film that I feel like can relate to a great performance is the film that Macaulay Culkin did with Elijah Wood, I believe, is also in the film, um, where Macaulay Culkin just plays a really creepy kid. What is it, like The Good Son or something like that? I apologize if I got the movie title wrong, but that performance, by Macaulay Culkin has been talked about, and a lot of people consider it to be a really good performance by him. Linda Blair in this, being a young child actor, her performance in this is fantastic. Like, when they put all the, excuse me, when they put all the makeup and do all the effects, just the creepiness coming from her, and just, at times you believe it's not even her and it's somebody else. So I think, performance wise, she definitely kills it. Of course, she'd go on to do other things as well. I don't think she acts as much as she used to, but man, just her performance in this is fantastic. And don't get me wrong, everybody else's performance in this is great, but her acting, I feel like, outshines everybody in here, considering she is pretty much the main character of this film, and everything is focused on her character being possessed. It just really stands out. Some performances can stand out more than the main character or actor themselves, but yeah, Linda Blair, fantastic. I cannot say that enough. Um, but yeah, I think by now a lot of you have seen this, and for those who haven't, give it a watch. Even if it's a one-time watch for you and you got the chance to experience, it's definitely an experience I feel like everybody should consider going through. Yes, it's terrifying, but it's got a great story. The score is fantastic. The iconic score really makes this film, and there's a lot of scores out there that really make the films what they are, like Star Wars, Halloween, Phantasm. I mean, just the list goes on and on. Jaws. This is no exception. So, thank you guys so much for tuning into this very short review and my thoughts on The Exorcist for day 30. If you've seen the movie, I would love to hear your guys' opinion. Comment down below, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. It's much appreciated. Definitely subscribe to the channel. It helps me out. And if you guys take the time out to watch my videos, including all my older videos, it helps me out. It increases my watch hours. And I'm trying to accomplish the goal of getting monetized next year, so I can finally have my dream job, because I love movies and I really want to make a living talking about these movies. And hopefully one day, work with studios to review their films. Once I get back on my feet, one of the bigger goals I want to do is start going to the theater more often. So that's kind of in the future plans. But nonetheless, with that being said, I'm Film Talk with Mikey. Till next time, guys, we'll talk films. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you soon.